Tonight, the presidential candidates on a blitz of the battleground states, an American city on edge following Donald Trump's debate claims about immigrants. 33,000 Boeing workers on strike, and the alarming scene on the football field calls for an NFL star to retire. First, the city suddenly at the center of a political firestorm. Donald Trump doubling down on false claims he made during the ABC News presidential debate about Haitian immigrants in Springfield, Ohio. The mayor confirming the city is now receiving threats he believes are sparked by unfounded rumors. 2 elementary schools evacuated today. This comes as Vice President Kamala Harris tours Pennsylvania, the all-important battleground state. Terry Moran standing by. Also tonight, new trouble for Boeing. The company hit with a massive strike by 33,000 workers. Union members rejecting a 25% pay hike over 4 years. What they're demanding instead. Tonight, flood threats from Florida to Tennessee through tomorrow, and a new potential tropical system off the East Coast. Lee Goldberg tracking it all. Justin Timberlake pleading guilty in connection to his DWI case in Sag Harbor, New York. The singer and actor coming before the cameras. His message tonight. The scare on the field. Miami Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa suffering his 3rd confirmed concussion. Some NFL fans, players, and coaches now suggesting he retire. Rare images tonight inside a devastated Gaza. Matt Gutman with Israeli soldiers near the occupied Philadelphia corridor. Now a major roadblock in ceasefire talks. Israeli forces showing us the massive tunnels they say were used to hold hostages and smuggle weapons. Here in the U.S., the massive fire in Philadelphia. Ferocious flames destroying 2 buildings. And the Primetime Emmy Awards this Sunday on ABC. The history that could be made. Robin and the team take us behind the scenes with some of the biggest stars.
From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening. It's great to have you with us on this Friday night. I'm Whit Johnson in for David. We begin tonight with the race for the White House and an American city suddenly thrust into a political firestorm. Officials in Springfield, Ohio, blaming unfounded rumors and baseless allegations about Haitian immigrants for multiple threats in the city. Former President Donald Trump holding a news conference today, doubling down on the false claims he made during the ABC News presidential debate about Haitian immigrants. Trump suggesting deporting them to Venezuela. The mayor of Springfield linking the allegations to 2 days of threats against the city that forced the evacuation of 2 elementary schools today. The mayor and Republican governor of Ohio both refuting the claims. And tonight, Vice President Kamala Harris in Pennsylvania and what she said when asked about how she's different from Joe Biden. ABC's senior national correspondent Terry Moran leads us off.
In Springfield, Ohio today, school children were evacuated from their classrooms again. The FBI and local law enforcement investigating bomb threats against elementary schools, the town hall, and even city officials who say enough is enough. But former President Donald Trump, campaigning on the West Coast, doubled down today, claiming again that Haitian immigrants have ruined the small Midwestern city. And he said that if he's reelected, he'll start his mass deportation plan there.
They've destroyed the place. And people don't like to talk about it because even the town doesn't like to talk about it because it sounds so bad for the town.
Trump thrust Springfield into the national spotlight at Tuesday's debate, making this false claim that Haitian immigrants are eating pets.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
The mayor of Springfield, Ohio, the police chief, the Republican governor of Ohio have all debunked this story about people eating pets. And now there are bomb threats at schools and kids being evacuated. Why do you still spread this false story?
The real threat is what's happening at our border.
The mayor acknowledges that this city of 58,000 is under strain. More than 10,000 Haitian immigrants have arrived in the past 3 years. They're here legally under a Biden administration humanitarian policy. The mayor says his city needs help, not hate.
Anybody on the national stage that takes a microphone needs to understand what they could do to communities like Springfield with their words.
President Biden condemned Trump, saying Haitian immigrants are, quote, under attack in our country right now.
Simply wrong. There's no place in America. This has to stop what he's doing. It has to stop.
Vice President Kamala Harris has spent most of this week in the critical battleground state of Pennsylvania. Campaigning today, she has not answered questions about the situation in Springfield.
What's your reaction to the bomb threats in Springfield?
She sat down for an interview with anchor Brian Taft from our Philadelphia station WPVI, who asked how Harris can convince undecided voters.
Some people have a question, given maybe your current role as Vice President of the United States, how different you are from Joe Biden. And so I wonder if there are one or two spots, policy areas or approaches where you would say, I'm a different person.
Well, I'm obviously not Joe Biden. And, you know, I offer a new generation of leadership, recognizing that at this moment in time, some of the stuff we could take for granted years ago, we can't take for granted anymore. For example, another plan that I have that is a new approach is to expand the child tax credit to $6,000 for young families for the first year of their child's life, because that is obviously a very critical stage of development of a child. And so my approach is about new ideas, new policies that are directed at the current moment. And also, to be very honest with you, my focus is very much in what we need to do over the next 10, 20 years to catch up to the 21st century.
52 days to go now until election days, and the candidates are going to hit those battleground states again and again. Kamala Harris, she'll be back in Pennsylvania next week, and Donald Trump, he's going to be in North Carolina and Michigan. Whit?
Terry Moran on the campaign trail for us. Thank you. Now to one of America's largest companies suffering yet another blow that could have global ramifications. 33,000 workers walking off the job at Boeing, union workers demanding better pay. Production of new planes already being affected. It's just the latest in a growing list of setbacks for the company. ABC's Alex Perez reporting from Washington State.
Tonight, new concerns about possible ripple effects to the U.S. economy after more than 30,000 workers walked off the job at the embattled jet maker Boeing, America's single largest exporter. The machinists, a fifth of Boeing's workforce, mostly in the Seattle and Portland areas, on strike after rejecting a deal that included a 25% pay raise over 4 years, far less than the 40% the union wanted. Workers also demanding a return to pension plans.
Everybody's upset. They didn't come up with a good package that helped the senior people for retirement.
Dave Hendrickson, a 14-year Boeing employee, says workers deserve more.
So how long are you willing to strike?
As long as it takes.
Tonight, production of Boeing's popular 737 MAX jet and its 777 grinding to a halt. The company now set to lose an estimated $108 million a day.
This strike could potentially impact 1.5 million people who work at other companies that supply parts and services to Boeing. So this is a very big deal.
It's the first strike at Boeing in 16 years and comes after a turbulent few years for the company. 2 fatal 737 MAX crashes, a door plug falling off a passenger jet mid-flight, and a problem-plagued Starliner spacecraft that NASA did not believe was safe enough to bring 2 astronauts home. Tonight, Boeing's CFO says they're ready to keep negotiating.
We want to get back to the table, and we want to reach an agreement that's good for our people.
And with both sides eager to negotiate, but it remains unclear when they will return to the table. Experts do not believe the traveling public will be impacted by this strike anytime soon. Whit?
Alex Perez for us. Thank you. Now to dangerous flooding across several states, remnants of Hurricane Francine. Flood threats from Florida to Tennessee through tomorrow. Let's get right to meteorologist Lee Goldberg from our New York station WABC. So, Lee, time this out for us.
With a soggy weekend in the south for sure, you can still pick out the low that was Francine. It's over Arkansas. It's going to make a second visit to Mississippi. It drifts across the south. It activates a front there that's stalled. It means waves of rain. In fact, right over parts of central and northern Alabama tonight, there could be 2 to 3 inches per hour. And that's not where it ends. You could have some heavy rain all the way from Tennessee down to Georgia, up to a half foot of rain. Turning to the tropics, newly formed tropical storm Gordon, that's just going to be a fish storm. It may even go to a depression. We're more concerned about low pressure that will organize off the Carolina coast over the weekend. Regardless if it becomes tropical, we're looking at heavy rain, coastal flooding, and beach erosion for the mid-Atlantic into early next week. Ultimately, it ends the dry stretch here in the Northeast. Whit?
Lee Goldberg, always appreciate it. Thank you. Tonight, a guilty plea and a warning from Justin Timberlake, the music superstar appearing in court for his DWI case in Sag Harbor, New York. Timberlake agreeing to pay a fine and record a public service announcement about the dangers of drunk driving. Here's ABC's Aaron Katursky.
Come this way, guys.
Walking through a crush of cameras, Justin Timberlake strolled into court to plead guilty to a traffic violation. To resolve his DWI case. He emerged contrite and with a message.
Even if you've had one drink, don't get behind the wheel of a car.
His attorney said Timberlake had one martini in a 2-hour period at the American Hotel in Sag Harbor before he slid behind the wheel of a gray BMW, seen here in surveillance footage, blew a stop sign, and swerved into an oncoming lane. Police said Timberlake, known for his precision on stage, looked unsteady on his feet and smelled of alcohol. He refused a chemical test.
This is a mistake that I made, but I'm hoping that whoever's watching and listening right now can learn from this mistake. I know that I certainly have.
As part of his plea, Timberlake must pay a $500 fine, record a public safety announcement, and perform 25 hours of community service.
I try to hold myself to a very high standard for myself. And this was not that.
Timberlake resumes his tour in 2 weeks to promote his latest album, but with his next release will be this court-ordered public safety announcement about the dangers of impaired driving. Whit?
Aaron Katursky, our thanks to you. Next tonight, the scare on the football field. Miami Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa suffering his third confirmed concussion. His hands appearing to seize while he was down. Many fans, along with some players and coaches, suggesting he retire for his own health and safety. Here's ABC's Ariel Reshef.
It was the moment millions of football fans had feared.
Tua steps up, he's going to run for the first down.
Miami Dolphins star quarterback Tua Tagovailoa taking a hit to the head after colliding with Damar Hamlin from the Buffalo Bills. His third confirmed concussion in 2 years.
Here it is again. Shot from Hamlin right there.
Moments later, his hands appearing to seize, a sign of neurological trauma. Tua was able to walk off the field. But in 2022, he suffered 2 concussions.
Down he goes.
And was even carted off on a stretcher. Some former players now urging Tua to consider retiring.
You got so much life to live. And for me, it's just sickening to see this man, seem like time and time again, being in that uncomfortable position.
But today, the Dolphins coach saying now is not the time for Tua to make decisions about his career.
Bringing up his future is not in the best interest of him.
Last year, the young father of 2 said it would be hard to walk away from the game.
It's my health, it's my body, and I feel like this is what's best for me and my family. So, I love the game of football.
There's no magic number of concussions or traumatic brain injuries that necessitate that someone needs to quit their sport. It's really more of an individualized and nuanced discussion between a player, their family, and their medical team.
With the Dolphins coach saying that there isn't a specific timeline for Tua to return to the field, but he is in good spirits. Damar Hamlin, who we all remember, suffered his own on-field emergency last year and recovered, sending Tua his love and wishing him a speedy recovery, as we all are. Whit?
Yeah, so many thinking about Tua and his family. Ariel, thank you. We move overseas tonight in the rare images inside a devastated Gaza, block after block of destruction near the Philadelphia corridor. Israeli forces showing huge tunnels they say were used to hold hostages and smuggle weapons. One tunnel running underneath a mosque. ABC's Matt Gutman visited the crucial southern corridor, now at the center of ceasefire talks.
Tonight, we toured the devastated strip of land in southern Gaza at the center of the Israel-Hamas ceasefire stalemate.
This destruction here is absolute. This goes on block after block and hundreds of yards deep. We've not actually been able to see a building that is not completely destroyed.
The IDF taking us along the Philadelphia corridor on Gaza's border with Egypt. Israel's prime minister claims this road is essential to its security. The road, freshly paved, a giant Israeli flag flying. Hamas wants Israel out. Israel says Rafah is honeycombed with Hamas tunnels where they allegedly held Israeli hostages and smuggled weapons.
The IDF says this is one of 200 suspected tunnels that they found in the Rafah area. You can see how high this is, about 15 feet tall, built with concrete rebar. And the IDF says Hamas destroyed it on this end, unclear why.
An estimated 1.4 million Palestinians have fled the city, neighborhoods ground to rubble.
We're right near the tunnel where those 6 hostages were executed, but you can see the level of destruction around here. Houses completely gutted.
We see snipers in the ruins and not far from where we are.
So you can still hear the outgoing gunfire. You can see these soldiers taking up positions. The IDF says there is still ongoing fighting here in this part of Rafah.
Civilians caught in the middle of this war. The IDF says it has defeated Hamas militarily here in Rafah, but in the process, turning much of the city into a hellscape.
But the point is, Israel still went ahead and bombed that area despite knowing that there were dozens of civilians nearby.
We have hard decisions every day. We're conducting them. Nothing is easy.
The destruction we saw in Gaza today was breathtaking. And so the big question now is, how long does the IDF stay there, and what will hundreds of thousands of Palestinians have to go back home to?
Matt Gutman in Israel, thank you. When we come back, a raging inferno in an American city, 2 buildings going up in flames, plus a sneak peek at this weekend's Emmy Awards. Robin and the team take us behind the scenes. Next tonight, a massive inferno in Philadelphia. 2 commercial buildings destroyed. You can see the raging flames here. The fire even spreading to a field across the street. It took 140 firefighters hours to battle this 4-alarm blaze. Amazingly, no one was hurt. When we come back, what the Starliner astronauts say they need to do while stuck in space, and a sneak peek at the Emmys with Robin Roberts and the team. To the index now, the Starliner astronauts say being stuck in space won't keep them from voting in November's election. Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams holding a news conference today. What was supposed to be their 8-day mission is now expected to last about 8 months. Voting officials in Texas are now working on transmitting absentee ballots to them in space. Still ahead, behind the scenes in the history already made at the Emmys. Finally tonight, the Emmys this Sunday on ABC. Our Robin Roberts and the team with some of the night's biggest stars and a sneak peek of what's to come. The 76th annual Primetime Emmy Awards.
Now it is time to get this party started.
A big night for Hollywood and for Disney. ABC's parent company earning a record 183 nominations.
Fire everything right now! Chef.
The Bear from Disney's FX with a record-breaking 23 nominations, the most ever for a comedy series in a single year.
War is coming.
FX's Shogun besting all competition with 25 nominations.
Only Murders in the Building.
Perfection.
And Only Murders in the Building from Disney's Hulu with 21. Selena Gomez earning her first acting nomination for Best Actress.
Actors are just people. Remember how nervous you were to meet me at first?
I don't maybe remember.
Yeah, but now look at us.
Meryl Streep nominated for Season 3.
So darling, my darling, look for the light.
They played me this beautiful lullaby, and it made me cry. First time I heard it.
And ABC's Abbott Elementary breaking its own record. Robin with Quinta Brunson.
9. Count them, 9 Emmy nominations, the most that you have gotten for the show.
We do not do this for awards. We don't do it for nominations. It's always wonderful to have your work recognized in that way.
And at 91 years old, comedy legend Carol Burnett could make history as the oldest woman to take home an acting Emmy for her role in the Apple TV Plus series Palm Royale.
What is your advice to a first-time nominee?
Well, of course you're happy. Then when your name's called, I've always been surprised.
Really?
Yeah, which I think is good, rather than saying, oh, I think I'm going to get it, and then be disappointed. It's always a happy surprise.
Mm.
Yeah.
I used to practice the look.
The look?
Yeah, like you don't get it, so you have to be.
I think she's got it down. You can watch Robin's special edition of 2020, the 76 Emmys, a night of firsts at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight, and then tune into the Emmys Sunday night, also at 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on ABC. Thank you so much for watching tonight. I'm Whit Johnson. I'll see you first thing in the morning for GMA. For David and all of us here, have a great night.
Thank you for making World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.